So you want to create 100 pieces of content and be just like Gary Vee? Well, this video is going to break down how you can do that from someone who actually has done it for her clients. Hi, my name is Desiree, and if you are looking to grow your business with better content marketing, take action now. Hit that subscribe button and the bell below. I'm not kidding when I say I actually have a client that I have been having to produce 100 pieces of content for. Now, they do have some things going for them, like they produce a video every single day for their YouTube channel. They have a very big audience, and they have taken upon themselves to dominate their industry. And that's what I want you to do too, especially if you're here watching this. So I've created a spreadsheet that's going to break down every single thing that you need to do every single day so that you are able to create 100 pieces of content and have 100 touch points with people on social media, on the internet. So I want to give a couple of caveats going into the spreadsheet. One, I'm not telling you that you have to create 100 pieces of content every single day. What you're going to do is create one pillar piece of content and then use that as the foundation for kind of everything that you're going to do in that day. You're going to share old stuff, and you're also going to have conversations with other people on social networking to help create that presence on the internet. You're also going to be doing things that are sharing other people's content and telling what you think about stuff. So let's dive over to the spreadsheet so you can see, and you can of course get that spreadsheet down in the description below so that you can do it yourself. So this is it. This is the spreadsheet I have for you to try and have 100 pieces of content every single day, like Gary Vee has told us that we should do. Again, like I said before, like keep in mind that this isn't about like creating 100 pieces of content. This is about having like 100 digital touch points every single day based around one piece of content. So I'm going to break this down for you, like how this will work, and then you can just download it in the description down below. So first things first, let's talk about our columns and this guy up here. So first column is going to be our platforms. So what our platforms is, like, this is where we're going to be sharing what we're creating as like our pillar content. This is definitely designed around having like one predominant piece of content that sort of like leads the way for us to do things every single day. And so this is where we're going to be sharing it. The next is the potential content. So this is going to be like, okay, this is an idea of like what the post that you're going to do is going to be about. So I really think that like this right here, this video, this is our pillar content. I think that it should start on YouTube. There's so many reasons for this, which I've talked about a lot on my channel. But everything is based around supporting this. So as you can see, we have our content. I've color coded it. So anything that has to do with this pillar content throughout the spreadsheet is in this like salmon color. So it's post on the video. So it's the promo for today's video in an email, a blog post, recapping the video and embedding the video into that blog, posting that blog with the video on Medium, posting with the blog and the video on Reddit. I think you should do a community post about your video on YouTube. Again, going like into Facebook page, you should share your micro content for this video today. So the micro content is going to make a little teaser. I have a video about that. Check the cards now. If you want to know how to make micro content, it just kind of like goes down the sheet here for supporting that. So that's like what this potential content would be. Now, to get away from the pillar content, we have these different ones, like an old blog share, a meme that you could do, a share that you could do. So like a share is going to be like something in your industry that's popping, like a story that you have to tell. Whatever that share is, like you can put that here. And again, if you see that color somewhere else on the spreadsheet, you share that piece of content on that platform there. So that's what our potential content is going to be. So then we have post type. So what the post type is going to be, like the medium in which it is. So like in this case, it's going to be a video. In this case, it would be like a link. In this case, it's going to also be a video. This is going to be a link. This is going to be like an image. So you want to put like the kind
of content that you are going to be creating here. Assigned to, so this is like if you're like are in an agency position, or like if you have a VA, if it's like a collaborative effort, like let's say like you have a video person that does all your editing and like they have to create content, you can assign to them like they have to create the micro content. Or like you have a blogger on your staff, like they're in charge of writing the blog and putting it on all these places. So that's like what assigned to is going to be. For post time, this is going to be like when it should go up. So again, with this idea that you revolve your day around your pillar content, like let's just say that you use 10 a.m. as this time. So that's going to kind of dictate everything that happens here. So your emails are going to go out at 10. Your community post is going to go out at 10. Your blog share, you're going to do everything across the board here so that okay, then at noon, I'm going to post my product content. And then again, that's going to go here and take it down the notch. So by knowing like the time, it allows for the scheduling to happen, because you definitely are going to need to schedule this content out. Trying to do it manually will essentially like eat your soul. Okay, so moving on to our objective. Like, so what is the objective of this post? I think every single piece of content you create should be purpose driven. And I think that, so like with the pillar content, it's going to be, views. For products, you want sales. For maybe your older video, maybe you want like Facebook ad dollars because you have that mark, or you want engagement. Whatever like your goal is, write that into this column. That way you have some sort of measuring success for what you're doing on these social platforms. With the messaging, so this is like what you're gonna say. Like, you gotta see what craziness we did today. Put that in there, put your links, all that, like put that in the message, like write this out in here. If it's long, it's long. If it's short, it's short. Like whatever the message is, make sure that you're using your objective to drive your message along with like what the purpose of the content and the medium is into this message. And then speaking of media, this is going to be like where you're going to put like your links to things. So this is going to be like where you'd put like your images. Now, what I do on my team is we have a Google Drive folder, and every single day or every single month that we're creating content for, we put everything in that folder, and we put the link to where that content piece is in here. The reason that this is so important, beyond like making sure you're hitting this mark, if this is a really important goal for you, is that if you're working with a team, again, it's like assigned to, if it's someone's job to create content, but like not schedule it, or like it's someone's job to edit the video, but not upload it and stuff, you need to know where all of this stuff lives. So if you are doing this 100 pieces of content per day, you definitely want to make sure that you have a folder for every single day with a copy of the spreadsheet for every single day in that folder. That way everyone can have one central location to get everything from. For the clients that we are doing an intense amount of content for on a daily basis, this is the exact structure that we use for them, where we have found success for them.
Now, don't get me wrong. I totally understand that this is like super crazy overwhelming. It is a lot to do. And I'm going to encourage you to take your time and ease into this. Even with this client of mine, we started with just 50 pieces of content a day, and that was really hard for us to figure out how to do. But the more you do it and the more you practice it, the better you're going to get with it. Start with creating that pillar piece of content and put that piece of content in all of the places every single day. And that's going to allow for you to have the online presence that you are looking for, so that you can have a similar online presence as to Gary Vee. I'm going to encourage you to ease into this. Maybe start with like 10 or 20 pieces of content every single day and build up to 100. Remember, you're just one person, or maybe you even have a small team that you're developing. Whatever that looks like, take your time and ease into it and do it right, one step at a time. You are not Gary, you're you, and you should lean into that. And Gary has done something really great by having such an intense online presence, and that's what you are here looking to do. So if he can do it, you can do it, and I have given you the framework so that you can do it. So one of the things that Gary does really well is he creates a ton of micro content, and I want you to know how to do it too. So make sure you watch the video that you see on the screen right now, which is going to show you how to create micro content with my favorite super easy and free tool. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Boom. I feel like I need to like have some imposter syndrome going on. Like I need like a beanie, a beard.